Attention campers, it's your counselor Zachariah, and I'm hitting the road with my brand new live comedy show, the 2025 Big Back Behavior Tour. From the mind of your favorite husky-wearing big-boned baddie, it's going to be a night of stand-up, storytelling, character sketches, wigs, unhinged fun, and yes, my incredibly talented boyfriend, Counselor Jonathan, will be opening the show. So come through and kick your little feet, laugh with us, and you better be barking. And we'll be heading to the following cities: Las Vegas, Nevada on October 3rd, Nashville, Tennessee on October 16th, Kansas City, Missouri on October 17th, Chicago, Illinois on October 18th, New York City on November 2nd, Salt Lake City, Utah on November 4th, Portland, Oregon on November 6th, and more cities will be announced very, very soon. Click the link in the show notes to grab your tickets before they sell out. I'll see you there, hotties. Counselor, there's a raccoon stuck in the vending machine.
That's so annoying. I wanted a snack.
Welcome to Trail Mix,
Our mini episodes from Camp Counselors podcast.
Each week, the stories come from you, our Camp Shady Birch campers.
We want to hear your juicy gossip,
Top secret confessions,
embarrassing and scary stories.
and sprinkle in our sage counselor advice.
Trail Mix is for the campers.
And God, do we love ya.
Hey, happy campers!
Welcome back to Trail Mix.
This is our mini episode where we read listener-submitted stories brought to you by listeners like you. Thank you.
I know Trail Mix is typically served with some sort of mixed nut, a dry raisin, a dry craisin, a little chocolate chip, and an M&M for feeling lucky. I have a suggestion.
Yeah.
Should we just throw in a Baby Bell?
Into the trail mix.
Does it have to be refrigerated?
I think.
I feel like when things are at the grocery store and they're in those like wild West, like refrigerated cabins, AKA like the open concept refrigerators.
Okay, like in the produce aisle?
Yeah, like when
or
it's
the cheese aisle.
When it's half refrigerated, I think you're pretending. Like, unless this thing is sealed in a freezer or behind a refrigerated door, if it's like half open, half closed, how serious is it?
Honestly.
But milk is like that.
No.
Milk is behind a refrigerator.
Yeah, it has a door on it.
Yeah, like if it has a door, keep it cold. But if you're exposed to the elements, like relax. So therefore, maybe a Baby Bell can't be like in some sort of produced trail mix, right? But if you were to throw a little red pebble, whatever the circle of it all, into the trail mix and then take it on your hike, campers, hypothetically, I think it would be quite fine. It would, though, get coated in crembolinas.
Yeah.
Because that wax.
But that's the thing. Well, wait, are you leaving it in the wax and throwing the wax?
Yes, because what I thought about was if you put the wax into the trail mix, right?
Okay.
When you're ready to eat it, that cheese is preserved.
Okay. I do think that a part of trail mix is the easativity of it all, where you can just reach in and throw it in your mouth.
If you can't take 1 second to open up a sweet Baby Bell, and also for our consumers out here of this podcast, never light blue Baby Bell.
No, we had that once. It's not good.
And it's also low flavor.
It's the same with like the reduced fat chips that I bought by accident.
The Cape Cod. You can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference.
My
and
cholesterol's like, yeah, I can tell, bitch.
At that point, I'm just gonna go full throttle, or I'm not gonna have it. I'm gonna have a glass of water.
You know what's so funny about Baby Bell? Someone in my video that I posted today, in the video comments, that's just a crazy way of saying it in the comments. Someone said, I forgot the context. It was like something next to your brie leather.
Somebody brought up brie leather.
Brie leather. And brie leather's distant cousin
is the Baby Bell wax.
The Baby Bell wax.
The BBW.
Oh, because I think I made a story today about and this is where we're going to keep it. It's a Baby Bell episode. What are we doing with the Baby Bell wax?
Chewing on it if you are feeling crazy.
Have you ever?
Oh,
Spill.
Absolutely.
Spill.
I like to kind of like make it into like a little puppet.
Hey.
But what I will do is I'll take the piece that ripped off and I'll tuck it inside the other one and I'll squish it.
Okay.
That's like my stem.
What do they want us to be doing with the Baby Bell wax? Like, did they have a plan? Have I just missed
They're like, oh, baby, it's compostable. You put it in your compost.
There's no way that's compostable.
I feel like it's probably made of soy. It's not actual wax. I feel like it's probably...
Are you sure?
Well, it's got to be food grade. And I don't think candle wax is food grade.
Beeswax.
Yeah, it's probably... Well, and beeswax will break down over time, as do I.
I'm trying to like kind of compare it to something. Like, what is that like feel? There's like something in my mind's eye. It's like, I know that texture. I know that feeling.
Was it the toys in the dentist office waiting room?
I feel like it was a toy. What was it? It's something's kind of like malleable. Like I'm talking about like the wax component alone. Like it's not, I'm not thinking Play-Doh.
Silly putty.
I'm thinking silly putty. Because my mind was going Play-Doh. It's Play-Doh. I'm like, no, it's not. Wait, what the hell? Are they still putting that out there for the girls and the gays and the kids?
I think so. I think they're at the dollar store. They may be under a different pseudonym, but I believe so. Yeah, but that was definitely silly putty.
The smell.
Absolutely not Play-Doh. They were two different things.
Oh my God.
Dough
so
and a putty. So different.
So different.
Ask a handyman. I am one. So incredibly different. You know who always had them? Mark's mother. She always had them in her junk drawer. And I'd come over and I'd ask for a piece of spicy gum, which was the Trident cinnamon. A little too spicy for me at that age.
I still don't like it. I don't like cinnamon gum at all.
Where is Big Red?
She's the only one that's going to stay out there.
You know, they put them in the paper wrapper because people kept the foil. They would lick it and then stick it on their forehead. You ever do that?
No. Why? And then what happened? They burn?
Yes.
Oh, because of cinnamon.
Oh my God. And it would leave a red mark.
Cinnamon challenge. Everybody
in the cul-de-sac, that's where the bad kids lived. The kids in the cul-de-sac told me to do it and I did it. And I like didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. And then they also told me to lick a battery. Did that as well.
I've licked a battery and it's a slight shock. And it's like, okay, there's no kids that listen to this program. But that was kind of fun.
Did you ever take the white mints? What are those called? The winter mints? Not winter mints.
Altoids.
No. The ones that have the belly button, the hole in the middle.
Ugh, a lifesaver.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. You're a lifesaver. Those, if you turn the lights out and you chomp on them.
What?
They spark.
That's not true.
It is 100% true. I swear to God, I've done it before.
A big crunch.
You have to go fast and you have to have your mouth open when you do it.
Is there a slow crunch? It's always kind of fast.
No, well, you gotta go you gotta chomp. It's like you gotta do it fast. And I have bit my cheek, I bit the inside of my tongue. But if you ever have the opportunity, you have one on hand, go to the bathroom, turn the lights out, say Bloody Mary 3 times, and then chomp on that bitch.
Craft Cabin this week, you guys. We're doing silly putty contest. We're doing Baby Bell candle make your own candle.
DIY.
We're doing DIY. We're really just kind of getting creative with it. We're doing a cinnamon gum challenge.
Yeah.
And then if you liked all those projects, we'll meet you under the midnight stars by the lake, and we're all going to chomp on a lifesaver at the exact same time.
We're going to confuse the hell out of the lightning bugs. We'll tell you that much.
Should we get into today's episode?
Let's get into today's episode. I've got a story of a camper who walked into the OBGYN dressed as Thing 1, and things only got freakier from there.
Oh, a Halloween edition.
Believe it or not, it does not give away what happens in the story.
Okay, well, I have a story about a camper and the savory body shot that nobody asked for.
Delicious. And finally, a camper who accidentally serenaded 2 priests with a pop punk sex anthem.
Oh my God,
it's going to be a good one.
Let's get into it.
Camp counselors will be right back after these short messages. This is an ad by BetterHelp. Who do you go to when you have a problem? The group chat? Are you oversharing with strangers on the internet? Hey, I've been there. But sometimes the people we lean on don't actually have the tools to help. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. I've been in therapy myself, and it's truly been a game changer. I think everyone should be in therapy. Talk to somebody who is objective and actually knows what they're doing. And with BetterHelp, you don't have to spend weeks trying to track someone down on your own. They've been helping people get matched with therapists for over 10 years. And with over 1.7 million client session reviews, they've got a 4.9-star rating. BetterHelp therapists are fully licensed in the US and follow a strict code of conduct. After a quick questionnaire, they do the matching work for you. And you can switch therapists at any time. It's completely flexible, it's done fully online, so you can cater it to your busy life. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp. Right now, our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/camp. That's betterhelp.com/camp. This ad is brought to you by Viiv Healthcare, the makers of Apretude, Cabotegravir. You never skip your SPF, and you carry hand sanitizer like an accessory. But what are you doing for HIV prevention? One way to help protect yourself from HIV is Apretude, a prescription medicine used to reduce the risk of getting HIV in adults and adolescents weighing at least 77 pounds. You must be HIV negative to receive Apretude and get tested before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your doctor right away. More HIV testing may be needed. Apretude does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex to reduce your risk. Get Apretude as scheduled. Missing doses increases your HIV risk. Don't take Apretude if allergic to it or taking certain medicines that may interact. Tell your doctor about your medical conditions, liver problems, and mental health. Serious side effects include allergic reactions or rash, liver problems, and depression. If these occur, get medical help right away. The most common side effect is injection site reaction. Bring your A game and talk to your doctor. Learn more at apretude.com or call 1-888-240-0340. And now, back to the show.
This is a really big secret. Thank God we're on a body of water. This is Confession Canoe.
Welcome back to Confession Canoe. Grab your oar. What is that, a seal? I think that's a seal.
That's
that makes
so
that noise.
sealcore, yeah.
So sealcore. Okay, if you have a confession you want us to read it, you can send it in campcounselorspodcast.com or send us a sexy little email, campcounselorspod@gmail.com. Thank you so much. So our camper writes in, Dear Camp Counselors, I would first like to say that I've been listening to y'all since week 1 of camp, and I cannot explain how much joy y'all bring to me on a weekly basis. Love y'all so much. Thank you for listening,
Love
dedicated
you.
camper.
Love.
Loving you every day. That
was good. You'll hear that back when you edit, and you're gonna be like, "That was amazing." That was really good.
Maybe I'll slow it down and play it again.
Loving you every day. No, that was good. You'll hear that back when you edit, and you're gonna be like, "That was amazing." Loving you every day.
Okay, so this story could really be considered a confession canoe or a scary story. Dealer's choice. A scary confession, if you will. An example of freak behavior at its finest. It's been years since this tragedy happened, and I somehow managed to keep this to myself. But it's time to confess. I was a single 22-year-old little girl. I was in my first year of teaching and was barely managing to keep my head above water. I had been experiencing severe cramping in my stomach and GI issues, which I had just attributed to the stress of being a first-year teacher as well as IBS. I, much like Counselor Zachariah, am an IBS survivor.
There's a lot of stress with a new job too. It's like,
And it's activated.
Stress activates the sheds.
And everybody knows teachers love a full glass of whole milk before going to work. So that could have been it too.
Instant.
Oh God, don't bring that up. Unfortunately, the stomach pain continued to get worse as the weeks went on. I finally broke down and scheduled an appointment with my doctor. Like, I love that. That's what it comes down to. You break down and you have to go to the doctor. My doctor suspected a few possible issues, anywhere from a possible gallbladder gone wrong to an ovarian cyst.
That's scary.
So she sent me off to get an ultrasound to get a better idea of what possibly could be going on with my body. Due to being a teacher and having shitty health insurance, I can't do the ultrasound in my doctor's office and had to go to an imaging.
Imaging.
That's simply an easy word to say, but the G-I-N-G at the end really threw me off.
Imaging?
Yeah, I'm like, Imogen Heap? Who is that? Okay, so they had to go to this clinic nearby. So I scheduled my appointment for the next morning during my planning period. I woke up the next morning super excited and completely forgot all about my appointment. Because it was homecoming week and the school had dress-up days for each day of the week. They had Tacky Tourist Day, 70s Day, etc.
Tacky Tourist Day, I never did that one. And I don't think I've heard of that one. Is that common? I like that one.
I like that too. That's creative. I like when they get creative. It's like, how many times can we do tie-dye week?
Also, Tacky Tourist, that's such like an easy Halloween costume. It's kind of basic, but like you can really elevate it with some fun ideas. Start thinking about it, Camper. It's like I'm trying to get your brain rolling because, as you guys know, like it's September 1st. So like,
get that brain nice and juicy. We need to get the juices flowing and the juices going. Okay. Oh wait, is this coming out on Labor Day?
This is Labor Day.
It's Labor Day.
Stop wearing white.
Please.
Now.
Also, are you giving birth today? You're going into labor on Labor Day? That's so
Oh my
quiche.
God, wait, that's fun.
I love that.
They're
for
like
your
absolutely
dream.
not fun at all for us.
Okay. So on this specific day, it was dress up like a character from a book. And my new teacher, Bestie, and I had decided to dress up as Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Classic and cute.
Yes, blue wig and all. My excitement must have completely blindsided me to the fact that I would have to be leaving the school to go to this appointment in the middle of the day, dressed up like a fucking Dr. Seuss character. So our camper essentially didn't bring any backup clothes.
Well, girl, take the wig off.
Oh, just you wait. It wasn't until I got to school and I saw the calendar on my desk that I remembered the ultrasound appointment. For whatever reason, I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'll just go to my appointment in this costume. Looking back, I now realize I could have at least taken off the wig. But no.
That's crazy. That's crazy that you never thought you got into your vehicle, put your seatbelt on.
You had to duck with that.
Yeah, exactly. There was no way. Like you just
You made it harder for yourself on all aspects.
She was like, well, I'm going to commit to the outfit.
She said, but no, freak behavior. I was
That's
young
so freak
and dumb.
behavior.
I walked in to that center and I could feel the stares from every single boomer sitting in that waiting room. Because baby, it's not Halloween.
Yeah.
They said it's springtime. What's going on here? So the ultrasound tech comes to get me. She was a very sweet lady, probably in her mid 40s, who explained to me that she would be putting the ultrasound wand / thingy on my stomach to see my gallbladder. And then she would try to take a look at my ovaries externally. But if she couldn't, she would have to do it internally. I had zero clue what that meant. I just assumed she would be looking at my ovaries from the outside with her little x-ray wand. So she looked at my gallbladder and then she tried to take a look at my ovaries. But tragically, she couldn't get a clear look at them. She then explained what the ultrasound would consist of, and I began to freak the fuck out. It had been a minute since anyone had been down there, and the chaos of the first year teaching, I had stopped getting my regular Brazilian waxes.
Oh, Camper, it's fine.
It's so fine.
It's
She's
so
seen where
fine,
she's a
but also,
doctor.
you're in this costume, you're already looking wild. It's wild down there. You're in the stirrups. It's getting spooky. It is freak behavior.
It is. You are natural. You are human.
You're
you are
so
beautiful.
crunchy. You're so you.
We love
That's so
it.
you, Camper.
Okay, so this is, get ready for this.
What?
In that moment, when I panicked, I didn't want this poor woman to have to go searching through that fuck-ass mess to see my ovaries. She asked me to, quote unquote, empty my bladder before she started the procedure. And I had to put on a hospital gown. Once again, in a panic, I grabbed my purse and I ran to the bathroom that was connected to this ultrasound room. I knew that in my purse, picture a Mary Poppins bag, I had a manicure kit that had a pair of scissors.
Not the lineup.
I didn't know what came over me, but I felt that sitting on the toilet and cutting off as much bush as I could was the move. Spoiler alert, it was not the move. I had already emptied my bladder and I began trimming the hair, but I had to flush yet again. I was paranoid and panicked. I didn't want her to hear me flush twice. I didn't want this woman thinking that I was stinking up her bathroom and I was pooping right there before she would go down there with her handy dandy wand.
Oh my God, no,
This
that would
is
suck
anxiety.
too.
This is okay. Being an anxious person, I understand where you're coming from, but also being an anxious person, dress up as Thing 1 or Thing 2 going into this situation is just a lot to begin with.
But also, all the fears are like rational. It's like you don't want to be pooping and then be in the stirrups.
Yeah,
either.
no. You're being a considerate person. I understand what you're saying.
Through.
So I'm quickly trimming away as fast as I can to not traumatize this poor sweet woman instead of getting to do her usual sweet baby viewing ultrasounds. That's so true. She's like, she should be looking at little lima bean baby saying, it's a boy.
Yeah, but those women, I'm sorry, you're not going to tell me you're going down there at 8 months.
They
gotta live
know
your
what
life.
they're doing.
Yeah,
okay?
they don't care.
So I finish trimming. I go to flush the toilet. I push down the handle. Nothing happens. So I push down the handle again. The toilet makes the worst sound it could have possibly made. The toilet was clogged. Let it be known that it was clogged before I had gotten in there. We believe you. We believe you. There is no plunger in sight. Floating at the top of that cursed toilet.
His pubes. Just all the
Were they
layers.
blue like her wig?
No, the carpets had not matched the drapes on this one.
Was an obscene amount of pubic hair. I'm so fucked. I have no options. The only way out of this is to just go back into that ultrasound room, get this nightmare over with, and run out of that building as fast as you can. So she does the ultrasound internally, a nightmare in and of itself, then tells me to go back to the bathroom to change. When I go back to the bathroom, I realize the water had begun to drip out of the toilet onto the floor, taking pieces of my hair with it. A more mature person would have gone out and told the front desk that they had clogged it and asked for a plunger. But is that what I did? No, it was not.
Well, you didn't clog it.
No, you did. This wasn't your fault, but it was.
But you didn't help.
They were the cards you were dealt. And you said, I'm tapping out of this game of poker, babes. So our camper said she quickly changed back into her red Thing 1 onesie that my friend and I had made. And me and my blue wig ran out of that building, never to return. I still lie awake at night, wondering what went through that poor woman's mind when she went into the bathroom and found that mess. I pray for her every now and then. There's probably a wanted poster of me dressed up as Thing 1 on the wall in the waiting room now. Looking back on it, I now realize that sweet ultrasound tech probably sees big 70s bushes all day long, and she could not have cared at all. But what was a girl to do? Luckily, it wasn't an ovarian cyst, and I've yet to have to endure another ultrasound like that again. So, if you see me walking around camp trying to steal Sandwich's plunger, please turn a blind eye. Signed, the freaky camper with the blue bush in cabin 10. Camper, this was freak behavior. You had a day. You really had a day.
Oh my God, that's the definition of I had a day. But to be sitting there on the toilet with little manicure scissors.
Going snip, 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 and snip, 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 and a little bit of tra-la-la.
That part in Princess Diaries before she gets her makeover, it's like, this and this. And she's like, a princess. And then she hits flush and it's overflowing.
Oh my God. That would do numbers on TikTok. Scary stories around the campfire.
Welcome back to Scary Stories Around the Campfire. Scare me. Make me feel freaky. Make me go, ooh, that was a lot. That's the part of the show. So our camper writes in, hi, Counselor Zachariah and Jonathan.
Hi.
First, thank you so much for doing what you do. My friend Olivia introduced me to your podcast a couple months ago, and I've been listening non-stop.
Thanks, Livy girl.
Thanks, Livy girl. It is truly the best coping skill, escape while the world seems to burn around us. Well, we're here. We're here, girl.
We're here.
I'm around episode 70 at the time of this email, and I'm coming to see you in Tampa next month. Well, that just happened, so I hope
Thanks
you had a
for
fun
coming
time.
to the show. I hope you really enjoyed it.
Tampa was so fun. We'll talk about that in another episode, but I love Florida. Can't wait to kick my little feet with you both. Okay, so time for a scary story. At least it was scary for me. Entertaining as fuck for everyone else. When I was in college, I was casually seeing this guy, let's call him Sean, but our camper put a little accent over the E.
Sean.
Sean, you're pissing me off, Sean.
Sean, I'm in shambles about this situation.
Sean, I'm in shambles. Okay, so let's call him Sean. I really wasn't feeling him anymore.
See, it was whatever. It was college.
That's how you say it. Sean, I'm really not feeling this anymore.
No, I'm not.
I wasn't really feeling him anymore, but this faithful night was the nail in the coffin. Okay. I was laying in Sean's bed, contemplating how to gracefully bow out when he comes in, gets on top of me, pins me down, and pulls my shirt up to expose my belly. First of all, I'm calling the police. Don't ever pull my belly out. Second of all, this is like scary. I don't like the way this is starting.
No, is this consensual? Like, I don't like this.
Okay, so this man proceeds to pull out a jar of Kraft Parmesan cheese. You know the nasty green one that doesn't require a refrigerator?
Oh my God, wait, non-refrigerated cheese. Is this why you brought that up?
Wait.
That must have been in your psyche.
Wait. Non-refrigerated cheese. The Traumatic episode. While holding me down with one arm, I'm shouting, what the fuck are you doing? He pours a line of Parmesan cheese down my stomach and pulls it into my belly button. A line of Parmesan cheese. I know this kind of camper.
Oh my God. Is he gonna snort it?
He then licked a line of crusty ass fake cheese off my body.
Nasty.
A savory body shot, if you will. I was befuddled, concerned, disgusted with Sean. I finally broke free of his grasp and I asked him for an explanation while I pulled chunks of wet Parmesan from my belly button.
Oh, yeah, because they clump together.
They do. They really do. He told me, I thought you wanted this. You texted me this was your kink. I instantly knew one of my friends was behind this fuckery, but didn't know which one. I got out of there as fast as I could, went home, and went into my roommate/best friend's room. I was white as a ghost, shell-shocked.
Your friends are bad friends. They stole her phone and texted this man.
I slid down her wall and told her what happened. Her face turned to a mix of guilt and pride. She couldn't speak for a few minutes because she couldn't breathe. She was cackling so hard. She finally tells me she and another friend texted Sean from my phone and confessed my Parmesan cheese kink and then deleted the thread of text. So like...
I always forget about that. You can delete a thread. You can delete individual texts?
Yeah, she probably just deleted the whole thing.
Oh.
Like text him and delete it. You probably can delete text.
Well, I forgot that can you delete like individual ones?
Yeah, you can. You can. I just think like if you're doing that, that's like sinister behavior. Like,
no, that's happening? Like sneaky, spooky.
So definitely inappropriate. Did not like the way this was executed.
No, it definitely should have been
scary.
That should have been a conversation you had before, but that is freaky and fuckery. But your friends are wild for doing that. He's even more wild for just like going with the flow, but also he just kind of went with it.
Sometimes like jokes go too far. Like one time I accidentally shocked Kira with a dog shock collar. It's one of the worst moments of my life. Like she could have died. And like I know it just went too far. And sometimes hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, I think we were all like rascaling around.
I can't tell that story. It really makes me feel like stressed out.
Okay.
It was just like it got bad.
She shocked me and nobody felt bad about that.
I know, but we can't get into the details. Okay, our camper continues. Diabolical. That was the next word. She said they obviously never anticipated Sean would follow through with this.
Honestly,
I think so too. Like I think that was, but then Sean's a freak.
Yeah, and also she said she wasn't into him, so she told her friends that, which I'm sure she did. They were probably like, let's just cut it to the chase and maybe he'll dump her.
There's a lot of people at fault here, but Sean is one of them. I obviously don't talk to Sean forever, how we refer to him since then, anymore, but I'm sure he's making someone else very happy since he's clearly very accommodating of any and all requests. Well, that is true.
That is true, but yeah, that's
Parmesan.
Weird freak.
Take it from me, campers, and never trust your friends with your phone. And please, for the love of God, buy the real Parmesan cheese from the refrigerated section. Sincerely, traumatized and covered in cheese in cabin 3.
That's where all the cheese went from our pasta party.
Who got the cheese?
Camp counselors will be right back after these short messages.
Just when you thought summer couldn't get any hotter, Pluto TV is turning up the heat with thousands of free movies. Presenting Summer of Cinema. Stream your favorite blockbuster films like Gladiator.
I will have my vengeance.
Good Burger.
This is what I call fast food.
Beverly Hills Cop. The Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. And Julie and Julia.
Bon appetit.
All for free on your favorite devices. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.
And now, back to the show. I, too, have a scary story around the campfire. Before you snuff it out, we got one more, okay? Hey, camp counselors. Smiley face emoji. When I was 12, my sister and cousin and I routinely were sent on religious outings with our Catholic church youth group. This one year, we were on an annual retreat at a Catholic university, and upon arrival, I didn't remember why, but we got in the, this is kind of important, let's remember why, but we got in the back seat of a car with 2 young and handsome priests in the front. Probably just to drive across campus or something to where we were supposed to be. I had with me my other sister's iPod, who wasn't on the trip, and my cousin thought it would be nice if I plug it in for some music. So I thought,
what the hell is gonna play, camper? Like, why are you traumatizing these 2 priests? What's gonna, just keep going.
So I thought, yeah, cool, no problem.
It's so cool.
It's like,
iPods
okay,
are so cool.
You have like full on like priests in the front seat, and it's like, I know what will get this party going.
Why are they giving her the aux?
Truly. No, you know what it was? It was probably one of those tape things that had like the cord hanging out of the tape player.
I had one, and it worked really well.
It works like a charm. There was no bass to be boosted.
I actually don't understand that mechanism.
I think I understand that more than I did a cassette tape, because it's really just like sending electrical waves to tell the speaker what to say.
No, wait, which one do you understand?
Like, I understand the iPod adapter that went in the tape thing. I don't understand an actual cassette tape.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't understand either, but continue.
Okay, so now we got the cassette tape aux cord. So I handed the sexy 30-year-old priest my iPod.
Why is that like kind of sexy? When they're like a young priest, it's like that is like the definition of forbidden fruit.
Stop your feet.
You've never seen Fleabag season 2, and it's reading all over your face.
He plugged it in and it started playing. I wanna touch you. You wanna touch me too. Is that the Veronica?
What song is that? Of all songs to play, why is it that one? And it's not even eerily recognizable. What? And I want to say, can you read it again for us?
I wanna touch you. You wanna touch me too. Can we look those lyrics up?
I'll look it up. Hold on, let's pause for a second.
Okay, campers, we just paused for a second to look it up. What was the song?
I Wanna by the All American Rejects. And it is exactly what she said.
And if it picks up right at the chorus.
I wanna touch you. You wanna touch me too.
That's gonna be on the camp playlist at some point. Okay. It felt like the whole car plummeted into the underground. The priest, flushed and jaw dropped, looked at me like I was straight out of hell, while my system went into immediate shock, humiliation, and denial.
So the priest is 30. Okay, you're a priest, but like you have access to TV, access to radio. There's no way he didn't know that song.
Wow, we didn't know that song. But also
he's 30. This is his
she's also like 12, and she's like, why do you have this on your MP3 player? And then she's like, oh, it's my sister's. I swear, I don't even know this song. And like, she really did. And that was the truth. But the father's not going to believe you.
Yeah, you better confess.
He very quickly skipped the song. And I so badly wanted to jump out of the car. I wanted to tell him that it wasn't my iPod, but I was so mortified. I didn't think it was going to make me look any better if I blamed my sister.
It wouldn't have, because it wouldn't have been believed.
No, I wouldn't have believed it either.
Yeah, that sounds like a lie.
It was the quickest moment of humiliation of my life, but one I remember and felt was worth sharing. Love you guys. And if you could give me a shout out, okay. I want to become a famous singer who sings songs that I'm sure priests will look down on. Okay, so our camper's name, giving permission, is Daniela Mutai. It's Daniella, last name Mutai, on most social media and music platforms, and on Instagram. It would mean everything to me. Oh my God, love you. Thank you for writing in, camper, you little freak. Go ahead and write those songs that you don't want priests to listen to. Listen, I had a similar situation. I don't know if I've told this on the podcast before. I remember telling it a story to people, but it might have been when we were on a Disney trip. But I used to work at a Catholic university. And for one of the groundbreakings, I was in charge of putting together the music. Well, I was doing the videography, obviously, and in charge of putting together the playlist while everybody filed into the auditorium of a university. So earlier that day, I had been I think I've told this before. I had been listening to Sophia with an F, Sophia Franklin's podcast, Call Her Daddy, very sexual, very like out of control. And they had taken my phone up to the room above the auditorium, and the door had locks behind the man, and he had plugged it in, and I was sweating bullets. I was like, fuck, did I close out of that, or is it going to play as soon as he opens it? Because I had set up the list, but I wasn't listening to the music. While I was walking there, I was listening to Sophia with an F. However, I'm sorry, it's a bad ending to this story, but it was good for me because it did not end up playing. But a woman in front of me was talking shit about the music because The Shape of You by Ed Sheeran snuck on there, which I don't remember putting on there.
Oh my God. And I'm in love with The Shape of You.
Okay, but think about like hoity-toity, like granny panties not showing our ankles. I love Jesus. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but she was like, who made this playlist? I was like, who says that? Have conversations with your friends. Oh wait, you don't have any because you're a BITC.
Yeah, the thing is, if you're that in tune with the background music and you're offended by Ed Sheeran,
yeah, he's like,
please,
we push and pull like a body too.
He's like, I don't think he's ever touched another body based on that song.
I'm sorry, you're eating the body of Christ. So if you want to talk about obsession with the body, like get over yourself.
I feel like, I see. Like, it's not like it wasn't WAP. Like, everyone relax.
Oh, can you imagine? But I do remember the way that felt in that moment.
It's scary. It's
what was about to be played
scary.
in front of an auditorium of people. That would have been so bad. But luckily, story checks out and I'm still hot. And you could be hot too if you send us in your story at camcounselorspodcast.com or send us an email, camcounselorspod@gmail.com.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you Wednesday. We'll see you next week. We'll see you forever. And with that being said, lights out, campers.